I'm a Dez. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Man, same old thing. Hey, first of all, before we even get started, man, I got to thank you for sliding through. You know what I'm saying? Chirac Magazine, doing this cutnline, Barbering privilege. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, before we get started, I got to thank you for the opportunity, giving me an opportunity to show what I love, talk about what I love.
No doubt.
So,
no doubt. That's what we're here for, Barbering privilege.
Yep.
We going to get it cracking.
Let's do it.
Hey, so tell the people, you know what I'm saying, who you are, where you from, where you grew up. Give them a little background about yourself.
Man. So, my name is Amadeus. I go by two-tone AP, 2 E's. Grew up around Lake. You know, grew up going to the barbershop all the time, playing sports, you know what I mean, just trying to figure out ways to just show love, do what I want for a living. I mean, just have fun with life, you know what I mean? Got to do what I got to do while I'm here. So landing on barbering, you know, growing up, going to your guys' shop, you know, found a lot of inspiration, ended up stumbling upon it. And shoot, ever since I started, I just fell in love. So just been going at it, growing day-to-day basis. So
how old are you?
23 years old.
23.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in Round Lake? A lot of people don't even know where Round Lake is at, so give them a little idea, you know what I'm saying, where it's at and what it was like growing up in Round Lake.
Man, I mean, shoot, growing up around Lake, it's crazy, man, because, you know, it's a suburb, it's a small town, you know, ain't too much going on, but, you know, you kind of get an experience from everything. I mean, from the small town, like rural aspect, to you got people that moved over from the city, so you kind of get a mix of everything. You got different crowds, different people, different interests. I mean, I personally love it. I preach it to my nieces, to my family. Just growing up in a diverse community, you know, being around all types of cultures, races, people. I love it, man. I mean, I got to get into sports. I got to get into barbering. Get to express my interests, you know what I'm saying? Got a roof over my head, thank God, every day. So, I mean, growing up in this small town that don't nobody know about, I mean, I'm hoping there's some big things that can come out of it. So,
you get in any trouble when you was growing up?
Man, a little bit. I mean,
what kind of trouble you got in growing up in Round Lake?
Man, not too much. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, you know, I was good for the most part. School, sports, everything like that. You know, just little mishaps, little trips, just making little mistakes in school here and there. But for the most part, I was a good kid.
not nothing serious land you in no real trouble.
Yeah, nothing too serious. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I got in trouble, I was real quick to kind of like check myself. You know, I ain't like disappointing my people. I ain't like disappointing my family, the people that believed in me. So I made sure to straighten up.
So you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what growing up is about.
Yeah,
learning from your mistakes.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I like to go by. I was talking to somebody important to me the other day, and it was I told them, I was like, you know, there ain't no right time to do something. It's only time and what you got to do with it. You know, so you learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Everything's a lesson. You're not a prisoner to the things that you go through. So you got to just grow.
So you said it ain't no right time to do nothing. It's only the time that you got.
What you do with it.
So a lot of people, they be like, man, I ain't gonna want when I get right, or I'm gonna do this, or you know what I'm saying? Right now ain't the time. And a lot of times that's what I say. You know what I'm saying? Man, you just gotta do it, because it ain't gonna never be a right time. Yeah. You just gotta handle that business.
Yeah, and that's something that, like, I'm for sure learning on a day-to-day basis. I still fall victim to it. I think everybody does from time to time. But like I said, the thing is just I gotta live by it now. You know what I mean? There ain't no right time. It's just time and what you do with it. You know, you learn from your mistakes. It's difficult. It's difficult growing up. I mean, you only get one life, and you know you got to go through the ups and downs. So I appreciate the fact that I'm learning this lesson at 23. So hopefully by the time, you know, I'm 27, 28, I could be in a lot better place. So
that's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up. Two-tone AP.
Yep, 2 E's.
2 E's.
Yep.
So is what is the letter 2? The number 2, I mean?
Nah.
Or you spell it out, TWO?
Yep,
TONEE.
Yep, AP.
AP or EP?
AP.
AP.
Yep, my initials.
Okay. So explain us that name? What is the two-tone AP? Who gave you that? You made it up yourself, or somebody named you?
So when I started cutting, everybody want to get a barber name. Most people go, blank cuts, blank whatever. It's always got to do with the profession. I want to be a lot more than a barber. I want to be myself. That's why I love this profession. You get to do what you want. So it's kind of funny how I came up with the name. Like I said, I was with somebody important to me, and we was just kind of laughing about it because I get real nervous, like starting something new, just like anything else, anybody else. You got them nerves, and how it came about was like I was joking. I'm like, barbering's a good thing. You could do whatever you want with it. Everybody want to get a two-tone AP when they grow up, like, so I figured I do a little play on it because I'm mixed, I'm Hispanic, I'm black, so two-tone, and then AP's my initials, and I'm gonna just let it rock till I actually got one on my wrist. Like,
that's what's up. So you got what on your wrist? A two-tone?
Yeah, so I got that two-tone AP on my wrist.
We go. You talking about that
the Audemars?
Yeah. Okay.
It was just a little joke, but it kind of stuck on and kind of got a little catchy. I was like, man, I'm just gonna let it rock. So
yeah, that's kind of slick. Yeah, so they better look out for two-tone AP.
Yep, eventually.
Hey, so when you got that AP on your wrist, that's gonna signify, you made it, or what's that? Is that one of your goals? You gonna get that AP from cutting hair?
Honestly, man, like I think that's definitely gonna be like a little benchmark. You know what I'm saying? I try not to have things like that really distinguish if I made it or not. I really think you made it in life once you got people that that'll follow you, that'll go by what you're saying. My real goal in life really is to be able to like influence, get people to go in the right direction, help people understand what we was talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? That mistakes are a part of life, so I think if I can get to a point to where I got something like this, where I can have open conversations and open dialect, I think if I could do that and, people tune in and just feel comfortable, feel like they're a part of something, I think that'll really signify if I made it when I made it. So
that's what's up.
But
so what you say?
I was about to say, but the watch definitely could be a little benchmark on the way there.
Right, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Hey, so you in barber school now?
Yep.
How long you been in barber school?
Yeah, so I've been in it since October of 2021. It took me a little bit longer. I got sick, had some family things going on, but yeah, I'm finishing up now, getting ready to get started in the profession. It's been quite the experience so far. Yeah.
How much more time you got to go?
I'm under like 200 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at the final stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Got probably like 2 more months, and then I'll be fully cut loose.
That's what's up. So, what's the name of the school you go to?
David's Cave Barber Academy up in Lake Villa.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you know how to cut before you went to Dave's Cave, or did you learn everything at Dave's Cave?
Man, prior to going to school, I had no true experience cutting somebody else. I messed around with the liners here and there, messed around with the straight razor here and there, working on my own beard and stuff, messing myself up. But yeah, I went to David's Cave, got right. I could hang with a lot of the top barbers out there, hold my own in shops and in barber environments, do more than just hold my own, and that's all to David's Cave. Shout out Mr. G, shout out Everson. So I learned a lot.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What inspired you to want to be a barber?
Man, so a couple things really. Just growing up, going to the shop that y'all owned. Just my main thing with wanting to be a barber was the fact that like I realized a lot of the lessons that I learned in life was from me just sitting back and being quiet. Hearing the barbershop talk. You got guys talking about, they problems in life, whether it was, careers, family, just how life goes. So sometimes you get to learn about the deck of cards that other people are handed, and that was something that really stuck with me growing up. There's a lot of conversations and stuff that stuck out to me, and I realized like, being in an open environment, providing an open environment, helping people feel good, look good, and, being able to do so yourself and being your own boss, like, it's a beautiful thing to get into, and really just going to y'all shop, seeing how a lot of the barbers I know, I got guys I went to school with that are cutting. I got friends that I grew up with that are cutting. I got people that I've always looked up to that are cutting. And I mean, just seeing how they live their life, seeing how much they've influenced my life, only imagining how much they've influenced other people's lives, you know, it's motivating. That's really what got me into it, you know. So, yeah, I think that's probably my biggest answer to that question.
How do you see yourself making a difference, you know what I mean, in the barber industry? Because everybody, you know, they want to at least try to add that footprint, like what you was talking about with people you seeing that's been cutting before you, influence that, and being an influence in other people's lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you said, you was coming to our shop. You know what I'm saying? I remember you when you was, you know, when you was young. You was my son's customer. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised when I seen you at the school. Yeah. But that's one thing. You right, that the barbershop, you know what I'm saying, that you do got a lot of influence, you know what I'm saying, on the on your customers and stuff like that. So what do you see, you know what I'm saying, what type of footprint do you want to make, you know what I'm saying, in the barber industry?
Man, so the answer to that question really is I mean, I think what I want to do that's going to really like separate myself is with everything that I'm going to do in this profession. I think getting cold and being able to be one of the illest barbers out there is a goal of everybody's. But what I want to do for real is really just provide an environment, like I said, for people to feel like they're a part of something. You know, I want to provide an environment to where, like, I remember talking to your son, like you said, I was one of his customers, and I mean, he's given me some of the best advice. He gave me an opportunity to sit there and talk to him about things I was going through growing up and stuff, and like that really stuck with me. You know, that really helped me stay on the right path, really keep my mental straight. And I think mental health really is something that a lot of people don't talk about, especially like us as men. It gets overlooked. And I mean, I want to somehow make a play on that and turn that into something to where, like, we can kind of embrace it. You know, I mean, you go to a barbershop to look good, feel good, and a big part of that, like overcoming them type of battles and stuff, the unspoken ones, I mean, that's what's going to really help you feel your truest self. And what I want to do is, you know, make a shop to where, you know, we're all kind of on the same page. We got something like this, you know, we do podcasts, show people that, like I said earlier, you know, mistakes are a part of life, you know, the downs are a part of life. Same way with the ups, you got to feel the downs to feel the highest of highs. And that's really what I want to do. That's really my goal with this. That's why I love this profession. You get to wear what you want. You get to express yourself how you want. You get to be your truest self if that's what you choose to do. And that's really what I want to do. And that's really how I plan on and intend on separating myself from a lot of these other barbers, is just being me to the truest form. So I think, does that answer it?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up. So you mentioned that my son, he gave you a lot of advice, that he used to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Cutting your hair.
Yeah.
What kind of advice did he give you?
Man, so
what did he give you that stuck with you? You know what I mean? Something that stand out that you remember.
I mean, your son, I mean, he helped me with a lot growing up. I mean, I would talk to him about family problems I had. I would talk to him about, you know, problems with girls, problems with school. And a lot of the things I just told you in that last answer about just being myself, like, I really got that from, you know, Jeremiah. Like, he, no matter what, you know, I seen that he was his self despite what he was going through. And, you know, just the things that he would tell me as far as, like, you know, just staying true to myself, sticking with my gut, believing in myself, you know, where my head's at. And, I mean, there's so much to that. I mean, from the advice about the shorties to the advice about what was going on with my family at the time, like, really it all stuck with me. Like, I mean, that's why I really embrace being myself and, you know, being able to come out here and, you know, admit to the fact that we all make mistakes, and, you know, that life really is beautiful in the aspect of, like, with the downs and the ups, you know. So
yeah, you got to take the good with the bad, whatever you do.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta embrace, you know what I'm saying, the negative as well. Yeah. Because that's just there to keep you, you know what I'm saying, to keep you, you know, level. You know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It keep you. It's to maintain and make sure that, you know, you get to where you trying to go, or it's like a boost. You know what I'm saying. It's like a charge. That's what the negativity do for you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying, in your life. Yeah. So you got plans of opening your own shop.
Yeah. One day I'd love to. One day I'd love to open my own shop, be able to, like I said, provide an environment to where, you know, we're going to have clothes. I want to get into making jewelry. I wanna get into, you know, like I said, shooting podcasts, being able to have conversations with clients, other barbers, you know, really just anybody that's willing to come on and talk about, you know, just life, you know, things going on, just be able to sit down and have just open and raw conversations about whatever comes to mind, whatever's going on that day. So yeah, I want to open my own shop. Like I said, be able to just have a shop to where people don't go just to get their haircut, but they go to catch a whole vibe. They go to just have a day off. They go to just go and kick it, just relax, and just, you know, get a peace of mind. So
if you could change a stereotype about barbers, what would it be?
Man, I don't know, man, because, like, you know, I'm still, you know, just getting into it and stuff. I ain't heard too many. You know, I heard some funny ones that, you know, the shorties say. I heard some funny ones about, like, a lot of people like to think, you know, that barbers are almost like cocky in a sense, but they don't understand that, like, this is like being a painter or being a rapper. Or, you know, it's really being an artist, and, you know, you grow. You know, we all started to where we couldn't fade out that line, or to where, you know, we looked at this head and it was like a maze, you know. So people got to understand that it's like when a barber is showing off that car or that watch or that shop or whatever it is, it's like they work for that, man. And that's something that I'm really understanding now, like getting into the profession. It's like, man, you got to put in work. You know what I'm saying? This is a profession just like being a salesman or, you know, working in a Fortune 500 company, to where it's like the harder you work, that's what reaps your rewards. And people don't understand, it's like it ain't as easy as you think. You know, you really gotta focus on your craft and really master this. And I just hope people can understand that one day, that it's like it's pretty underrated and overlooked, you know. So it'd probably be that, you know. I want people to understand that it's like these guys are artists. A lot of these guys are artists. Every barber you go to, it's a different experience. It's like I said, it's a beautiful profession. I just wish people understood how complex it really is, though. So
yeah, that's what's up. So I know, you know, being a barber, you kind of got like your go-to cut. You know what I'm saying? Like a barber, every barber got that one cut that when the customer sit down and they say they won't, it's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? You like, yeah, I'm finna kill this. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a low taper, ball fade, you know what I'm saying? Afro. Your girl Ryan, she was in here and she was saying how, you know what I'm saying, she had killed a box. You know what I'm saying? She said she had laced it. You know what I mean? So what's your go-to cut? You know what I'm saying, that you know when somebody asks for, you know you finna murder that boy.
Man, so I say my go-to's really probably like a bald mid fade or high fade with a nice thick beard. I get to fade it in, get that line to really pop out, you know, capture the gradients and, you know, the transition, you know, from the bald to the hair. I mean, especially with dark brown hair or like dark black hair. I mean, somebody tells me that, it's like, as long as I can make that line pop, like from the beard to the bald to the mid fade, you know, give them a nice little crispy lining. I mean, I'm real confident in it. That's what I've been working on, like, from the jump. So
that ball fade.
Yeah, so I think that might be the cut.
What's your go-to clippers? What you are Andes? You Andes? You ball? You messing with the babeless? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? What's your go-to?
Man, so I learned on the Masters. So the Masters is always gonna be implemented into my cut somehow.
Andes.
Yeah, the Andes Masters, the cordless. I got the rose golds, or actually no, they the copper joints, and then now, man, I've been rocking with them low pros. I got an all black pair of low pros, the Babyless, and man, they hit.
Yeah, Babyless trying to make their way in the industry, huh?
Yeah, man.
So when I was cutting, the Babyless wasn't around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So explain to me. Well, I ain't finna promote the low pros too much because they ain't giving me no bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But tell me a little bit about the low pros. What you like about them?
Man, so the low pros, man, what I like about them is they really feel like a mixture of the Masters and like the Boost FX to me. So it's like having learned on the Masters and having a machine that's like them but slightly more quiet. I mean, I can't complain. I love that aspect of it. And then really you just throw the taper blade on that and I mean, shoot, it just hits. You know what I'm saying? It hits just like the Masters, but they just slightly quieter. It's the only reason why I even pull them out. So
hey, I asked Ryan too because she said y'all getting in that barber competition that tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The main event, barber competition, comedy show. And I asked her, I said, who you think you got to watch out for? You know what I'm saying? As far as the barbers, because she said she she finna go crazy in that boy. She said,
Right.
you and Angel. That's what she told me. That's what she told me.
Man.
So you cold on the cut?
Man, hey, y'all gonna have to come out and see. Y'all gonna have to come out and see, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How long you said you been cutting?
Now it's been like a year and a half.
Oh, a year and a half, so not that long.
Yeah, I'm still a rookie.
So you got so you got cold in a short period of time since what Ryan said.
Man, I mean, I'm surprised she said that for real.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
No, she said, man, she said she look up to you and Angel.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all like her brothers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
and
sis.
that you know what I mean, y'all be putting it down, you know what I'm saying, on the haircut side.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Man.
So within the short period of time that you've been cutting, and I know you in the school, you in the shop now too, right?
Yeah.
So have you had any like challenging situations? People, you know what I'm saying, you know, because it's a lot in the barbershop. I know one thing I used to go through that used to get on my nerves.
How was that?
In the shop, like you got a customer, right?
Yeah.
He come in, he sit in the chair, and he tell you how he want this cut.
Right.
Now, you know, being a barber, and when you doing a haircut, it's a process.
Yeah.
So the way it look now, when I'm taking if you want a bald fade and I'm balding, you know what I'm saying, the first level is not how the hair is going to look when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
But the customer sit there, hey, man, you going to take that out, right? Or, hey, man, you going to, it ain't going to look like that when you finish, is it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, relax, bro. This is a process. That used to get on my nerves. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So have you had any, like, challenging situations like that where people just, like, don't trust you or think you don't know what you're doing or...
Yeah, man. So going to school, luckily, like over at David's Cave, like those got out the way quick. You know what I'm saying? Being a student, you got some people who, unfortunately, they go to the shop and they know that they're gonna get a decent cut, and it's gonna be cheaper, but they think that if they complain about a student, they'll get it for free. So,
they act like they ain't like it.
So that's
crazy.
Yeah. So I had one dude, man. it was like probably a month in the cutting, and he got in the chair. He's like, give me a 1.5, give me your tapers, give me a taper on the back, you know, and that's it. You line me up, you know, that's it. All right, I got you. And then I always, you know, you gotta talk to your client. You know, you gotta make sure that y'all on the same page. So I'm like, yeah, you know, you want the taper right here on the back, you know, 1.5 all the way. Yeah. So I started off with the taper on the back, you know, and next thing you know, he huffing and puffing, man. Like I'm like, yo, like I'm looking at Mr. G. Shout out Mr. G for saving me too. But I'm looking at Mr. G like confused. You know, I finished the cut. Nah, man. Like I ain't want no taper on the back. Like whatever. And Mr. G's like, sir, like I watched him, you know, kind of, you know, address you. He's like, nah, man. Like that's not how they do it. That's not how the other barber does it. Mr. G's like, well, who cut your hair? He's like, well, Everson usually does it, and or you. And he's like, man, Mr. G was like, man, if you ask for a taper, man, we start on the back. like I know you messing around.
Yeah.
So I mean, I got that story. I mean, my second cut ever actually.
Did he get the cut for free or no?
Nah, Mr. G was like, bro, you playing.
Right, stop playing, man.
You playing, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it was that, and then actually my second haircut ever, this dude came in and you know, he was like bald on the top, real long hair. He wanted me to do like a 2 fade blended into the top, you know. And I was, you know, I'm new to it, and he wanted me to do it in 15 minutes because he had bingo up the street. so I'm like, I'm looking at Mr. G like, man, like this dude wants me to cut his hair in 2 minutes. He wanted me to blend it into the top, like the short sides longer than the top. You know, being a new barber, I was confused, you know, because you want to do what the client wants,
right.
And that was a funny story. Mr. G ended up having to kind of check him too and be like, yo, like you wanted a haircut in 15 minutes. You're asking for a realistic haircut. So,
right.
So it's really, like I said, shout out Mr. G and shout out David's Cave, because now that I'm in the shop, he really taught me how to handle those situations when you do get a client like that. And I mean, I got those experiences out the way under some pretty good mentorship. So like I said, I know how to handle it on my own, and then I seen how he handled it, and just being able to maintain like a professional aspect and, you know, be able to be real with the client at the same time. Like learning that in school is probably one of the best lessons I got from him. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out Mr. G.
Yep. Shout out Mr. G.
Yeah, because even when he was here, he was here, I hollered at him and I asked him, what I mean, what was a memorable moment, what I'm saying, that he had, right. In his barber career. Right. And he pointed out, something that somebody told him while he was in school. You know what I'm saying? So is there something that he, that you can remember that stood out, any type of advice or any type of memorable moment that he had with you while you was in school?
Yeah, man. So for real, like having started and not having no experience, I was like mad nervous. Like, I would start out doing cuts. I do the whole fade in like a 1/4 inch because I'm scared to cut the hair. Mm-hmm. And, he pulled me aside one time and I think it was a point of frustration with me. Like he knew I could do it. He knew I was doing the right steps, but he could see the fear. And, he kind of pulled me to the side and was like, yo, like, I hate to break it down to you this way. I hate that it has to be this simple, but like, you have to just do it. Like, and that's something that like, you hear it, but being so passionate and wanting to learn and wanting to get better. And then him like telling me, and it's like, dang, it's really that simple. Like I carried that over into life. You know what I'm saying? So when I want to do something now, whether it's go to a shop or whether it's, get some new equipment or try a new haircut or do whatever, like I just go back to that moment where I know it's simple and, it's not super complex or deep, but him just being like, yo, like if you want to do this, if you want to do anything, like you got to just do it, man. Right. Like just go for it. Like don't be scared. And then, I mean, at that time he reminded me that he had my back. He's like, bro, like mess up. He's like, do whatever you got to do. Like you here to learn. I'm here to teach you. And from just when he made that comment, like I remember I got a little frustrated and I was like, man, start, huff and puffed real quick and then just went back to the cut. I'm like, man, just cut it real quick. He said, whatever you just did, however mad I just made you, he said, do that. Like, and from there, I just kept going. So
that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Shout out Mr. G, man.
Shout out Mr. G. Shout out Everson too, man. I learned a lot from him.
Who was Everson?
Everson, that's our other instructor.
Okay.
It's our other instructor. E-Man Pro, one of the coldest barbers you'll ever see. One of the coldest, man. Works magic with them clippers, bro.
Like, what's up.
Yeah, so shout out him. He taught me a lot of the tricks of the trade. So I gotta shout him out, man.
That's what's up, man. So tell everybody where the school at for the ones that don't know.
Man, we off Milwaukee Avenue up in Lake Villa, man. David's K Barber Academy. If y'all ever want to get right, y'all ever want to go learn under some good mentors, man, that's the place to go. That's the place to go. They're gonna keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna help you learn from the jump. They're gonna really show you the tricks of the trade and how the barber business really works.
Hey man, so if you can give any type of inspiration to a new student, you know what I'm saying, before you get up out of here, man, hit them with something. Hit them with a little G that you done learned, you know what I'm saying, in the barbershop, in school, you know what I'm saying. Give them something before you go.
Man, bro, so whenever we get new students, bro, I make sure to pull them to the side and just tell them how it's really going to be. Like, it's going to be nerve-wracking. It's going to be like everything else, but back to the advice that Mr. G told me, that Jeremiah told me, that some of the most valued people in my life told me, is like, you got to just do it, man. If you want to do it, you got to do it. You got to go all in. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no room for what ifs, man. Like I said earlier, bro, there ain't no right time. It's just time and what you do with it. If you want to learn the tricks of the trade and get cold at this, ain't nothing stopping you. You just gotta go do it, man.
That's what's up. So, man, shout out Two-Tone AP, man. Tell the people where they can find you at, bro.
Man, so y'all can catch me up at Cut and Shave Lakemore, up in David's Cave, up in Lake Villa. Got Instagram, Two-Tone AP, 2 E's. You know what I'm saying? I'm Amadeus Pope on Facebook, man. Yeah, Two-Tone AP in the building.
Hey, my man, I know you got a bright future in the barber business, bro.
I appreciate it.
I'm proud of you. I'm sure my son, when he see this video, he gonna be proud of you too, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Because you was his customer, man.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
Much love to you, bro.
Yep, love. Shout out you guys as well, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yep. All right.